here to be a better Java developer in this session. Okay, you haven't read the presentation description. It's not about how to excel in Java, it's about how to write in excel in Java in a better way. What I do, I currently work as a test facilitator, which means I'm helping my team to write better tests. At the company called Pools, we do a social management application, social networks management application. You can follow me on Twitter, or you can check my articles on Medium. So, let's start ahead. It's always difficult to find out some data to present. So it's always good if you start with something which is everyone familiar with. So you can see this is the speakers here. And there is some application behind this procedure of like signing up for a conference, sending the call for, replying to the call for a paper. So somewhere in the database or in the application, there is list of speakers, list of a presentation. And this is a community conference. So, I guess all these people from GeeCON, these awesome guys, they're just managing it in some, like sensible human way. They have some application for it and so on. But just imagine, this is not this awesome GeeCON conference. This is a Microsoft conference, Oracle conference, where there is a manager for everything. And what do managers like? They like Excel. Of course, they like. So, you're having this awesome site to sign up and manage the speakers in the event. And then the manager comes here and say, okay, I need to see all the speakers, all the presentations. Can you please export it to Excel? Why? It's there in the application. I just like it in the table so I can, highlight it and filter it and other stuff. Okay, no, I won't do it. Okay, but next day your boss goes to the office and says, okay, you will have to export it to Excel. He wants it. It's a crucial part of the application now. Okay, so how to do it? Actually, you go to the website where lies, all the wisdom, or the developer's wisdom, and search for the answer. So it looks like you don't actually have to export to Excel. It's kind of weird format. It always has to be. And actually there's something called CSV files, and it should be fine to just export to CSV file. And actually there are some tricks. If you save the CSV file with the XLS extension, it just gets open in Excel seamlessly, and no one ever thinks it's not an Excel file. Okay, well, there are other guy who just thinks, why to waste with the CSV? You can just go with a, tab separated file, and it will open in Excel as well. And okay, well, but what if there should be some rich content like bold text or something like that? Okay, you can always just export an HTML table, put there an XLS extension, and you'll see it will open Excel, it will be bold, and you're fine. Okay, but they have this strange thing in their company, it's called peer reviews. And someone will check your code and see this and say, oh, no, you shouldn't be doing this. You should export to Excel, not HTML table. Okay. So luckily there's a library for it. So who's using POI here? Okay, cool. So can someone tell me in 5 seconds how many cells is going to print? And what will be the content? Okay, it's very easy to read, There is a cell with snow, cell with name, cell true, and I think there's a cell with a date. And I haven't counted, it's like 20, 25 lines of code. And I hate it. I hate when you can't figure out what's happening on the first sight. On the other hand, I spend most of the time writing Groovy code, and Groovy is very good in writing builders. So I've created a Spreadsheet DSL builder, which can help you to create Excel files. And actually it's in Java. You don't have to, leave now. And, stop talking, and we will write some code, live code. And do you know that the demo god is always evil? And I figure out why. Just one more slide. This is the point. If you are speaking, you're just, tuning your left hemisphere, but for coding, you need this one. So if I just, stop talking for a while, it's just because the brain, it's not me. So let's do some coding instead. Everyone can see it. Should I do it a bit bigger? So I have all sessions here. This is something that I downloaded from the GeeCON website. And I have just a simple test. Who is not using Spock for their tests? Everyone's using Spock? Okay. So it's also kind of language to write tests in Groovy. And the point is that I can use this library called Drew, which will just load the speakers in this two. There are basically just two domain objects. One is a speaker with a first name, last name, bio, and a Twitter. The second one has a description, title, type, and some other stuff. Okay, so what I do, I just call this export method here, and that's the thing we need to implement now. Okay, so to write and to export to Excel, what to do? So we have our Spreadsheet Builder. And actually, POI is not good. It's just bet is the way, basically API, the way it presents itself to the developers. Well, so what's kind of nature to me is if you want to write a new workbook, new sheets in there, you just say, builder, just build a new worksheet. Okay, in the worksheet, there will be a sheet with the name presentations. And in this sheet, there will be something. There's something there if you ever need some header. So let's say there will be one row. And in the row there will be a couple of cells. So let's say we need a name. We need a short bio of the speaker. Let's say it's Twitter name or her or his Twitter name. What's next? Let's say the presentation title. And the type of talk, for example. Okay, so what we do? We just iterate the speakers. And their presentations. Okay, running out of place. Just do it this way. Okay, so let's try create another row. You can copy this stuff. Speaker name. Short bio. Twitter. Oh, and presentation. Title and type. Okay, and we can run the test and see what's happening. Okay, the job is done. You have this export in Excel. I think I can. Can I just? Okay. I can just zoom it a bit. Cool. So the manager is happy now. She should be happy. But what happens? This is kind of never-ending fight. So she will just export once, twice, 5 times, 10 times. And she just got a bit bored. What's going on? Every time I just download this, I have to go here and just double click to see all the speakers. See this. Okay, double click in here, here, here. And if I want to, okay. If I want to filter by type, I have to go, create a filter. Say show me all this, and also the title. I don't know. It's headline. It's not bold or something. Okay, so next iteration. Okay, so how to, and also if I just go up and down, this doesn't stick in here. So what you can do, we can, for example, freeze the first row and column. You can do filter. And what next? We should do the automatic quiz. So we need some refactoring in here. So it's just enough to do it in one column or in one cell. So let's say this is going to be header cell. And let's create a method. So it's kind of functional interface, which is responsible for the DSL and builder stuff. So in the cell, show the value, and this should be automatic. Cool. So now everyone can just work this right ahead. There's a filter by default. Okay, we forgot to have this, bold headline, but otherwise everything is, fit to it. And actually it's frozen, so you can scroll like hell. Okay, so the first row is supposed to have some special style. So let's say its style is, it has some font. And the font is bold. Okay, this is a bit better. Okay, now she's happy and everyone is happy. It's fine. But there's it just lasts only a couple of days all the time. So there can be other requirements for this. For example, okay, but I can't click the Twitter. Okay, well, no one asked to be able to click on Twitter. Okay, so let's do it. How to do it? Create service link. Okay, so the value will be the same. And link to URL. If it's not now, create a link. Okay, so should be enough, I guess. Okay, hello Adam. Here you go. Other thing is, like she will definitely complain she can't see the, whole biography, whole description. So how to fit it in somehow? Well, you can do, for example, this and that. You can add it to the comment. It wouldn't visible on the first side, but anyone can highlight it. Okay, we need also okay, here you go. Okay, I'm just missing the bio. Cool. So you can see, if we go to my session, I'm not sure it's visible, but yeah, it's going to be an Excel. It's not how to Excel in Java. Okay, so everything looks nice, but if you take a deeper look, it's kind of repetition in here. Is it nice? It's not nice. Everyone is complaining about this. Okay, so what you can say? Oh, but if you remove this, if I merge it, you won't be able to use the filters because you can't filter if it's merged. Oh, it's okay. It's done. Everything I wanted to filter is done. So okay, we can do. Can you merge it? Of course, we can merge it. So it's going to be a bit more work. So let's take a look. So we only need to print the speakers line first. So can simplify a bit. So presentation is always the first presentation. And here we go. Okay, forgot the comment for now. Okay, so in here, we need to add a row span to these, which is speaker presentation size. Okay, again. So it's nothing is complicated. Everything is very simple to do. We could do it inline, but let's keep it a bit dry. It's the same name. Of course, you can set row span. Okay, forgot to link. No. And what about the rest? So we have the rest of the presentation. So let's take a look. Here, speaker, presentation size is bigger than 1. Just print the rest. No. Okay, so just print in other rows. This has been already printed. Okay, so what we want is to start printing again at cell D. So how to do it? Just start to print at cell D. Oh, we have the wrong presentation in there. P. Okay, Todd is here, and all his 3 dogs are here. Okay, this doesn't look nice. You know, it should be aligned better. So what to do? You're the one with row span. Give it some style. Vertical alignment is this one. This can be keep to be left. Okay, here we go, Sure, this is still here for some reason. Yeah, but it doesn't work. You can delete it. So that's the point, just right ahead you can see what they are printing. What we want is just present the data as code, and this is the way where this is the point where builders are very useful. Cool. So we are done with this. But what can happen and what will very likely happen? There will be some more ideas from the manager. And one of the craziest ideas the managers always have is to use Excel as a report tool. Okay, or print tool. So someone just came to you and asked you can you make a print catalog from this? You already have the data, it could work nicely in Excel. No? Yes, you have to. Okay, what to do? So how should it look? Let's try take a look. Okay, so let's say we do it this way. We will have the name, the bio, and other stuff, title. And let's say the whole description in there. So okay, so it will look something like this. So what we can do, we can just, basically drop all of this stuff. Now we can keep the sheet. So what we want to actually do is just, again, for each spreadsheet, each speaker, Okay, but first what we want to do is, let's say, we should do some page setting first. Otherwise they will, always have to change it from B4 letter was the name of the American standard. So, okay, fit to width, portrait, and let's say it will be A4 paper. Okay, so maybe we can just skip a bit, use a cheat here. And explain in detail what's happening. Cool. So, set the page setting. Okay, here we go, this is the print one. Let's take a look in detail. So what you can do, you can set the cells width in for example, centimeters or inches or even points. Same the height. You can play a bit with fonts. So let's say this one is bold, 15, and you can of course create a borders. I'm not sure if it's visible, but there are some borders around. So this is nice, but this is all like inline. Okay, this is a neat trick because we have some sponsors here in the conference. Okay, so of course they should be highlighted. So if there's a speaker from Wisesoft, let's highlight it orange. Orange is cool. You can see the foreground color as well. Title, but it's what's happening. It just starts to get messy again. You have the styles to each cell. So this is another thing you can do. For example, for the body, you can just set ident or text wrap so it wouldn't just overflow. So what you can luckily do is use styles. Okay, don't think about this. So you can actually, on the worksheet level, you can define styles. Let's say headline or style for name. And it could be useful in certain scenarios. For example, if you export more than, I don't know the number, I think it's a byte long. It's like 64,000 lines with the styles. You just run out of actual styles, like inline styles in Excel. So if you use these styles, it can get reused for each cell. Okay, and this is how we use it. Just say, okay, for this one, for this particular cell, use this named style. And it becomes a bit clearer, just no inline styles in there. Okay, and what's happening in here? What you can actually do, for example, if you want to customize it per customer or something, you can create a style sheet. So let's say this is a style sheet. Okay, so let's say is white soft, so let's be orange. Let's say for Red Hat. Actually, I don't know if it's a Red Hat sponsor this year. Okay, let's make it red. Okay, so change it to red now. And you know, based on your own condition, you can just apply one of the style sheets. And it's the same if you just write it in the code in here. And it should produce the exactly same spreadsheet. But there should be a different dog highlighted. Here we go. You know, someone from Red Hat is here as well. Peter. And if you want to print it, you can see it's, you know, portrait A4 as it was set in there. Okay, so this should be kind of end of happy story. You know, manager is happy. She has the table view. She has the print view. But sometimes it doesn't end there. Some people just think that Excel is the best user interface for any application. So the next task you can get is the next question is, okay, so I have my Excel here, and I just went here, and there was a typo. Oh, we don't support Gradle. We don't like Groovy. So I just changed it and couldn't find where to import it back from this Excel file. How? Why? You should add it in the application. Yeah, but I've changed it in Excel. I've changed it in 50 places already. Okay, so another task you can do, you should be asked to do, maybe, is to import it. So let's say the list of all speakers. Okay, and there will be some speakers. And I hope the size will be the same. Should be still 39. Why? Duplicated. Why? It's wrong list. Okay. So how do one import? Who's already writing some import from Excel before? Lucky you. So because, you know, the end users always think that it's so easy, you know, you can see it, it's, you know, line by line, this is a title, just take the title. You have, no. But you can actually do the same in here. So let's say we have new. Okay, I can't use import. Obviously, import speakers, and it's a list of speaker. Okay, so change it back in the spec, import speakers. Okay, but luckily there is the counterpart to the Builder API, which is the criteria. spreadsheet criteria, which can help you to do such a crazy stuff. Criteria. Okay. I don't care about this one. Okay, so we have some list. Speakers. Okay, it won't work. But what we can do is so we can query the spreadsheet actually. Criteria. Query. So what I want is to check, let's say, every sheet. And every row. And actually every cell in here. So let's say every cell with some particle features. So the cell, let's say, start with the title, with the name. So let's say it's the only cell which has the headline is bold and size 15. So let's take a look. Oh. Okay, I'm in the same file. So I want to have a style. With some certain font. And the size should be 15, as far as I know. No, size. Style should be bold. Size should be 15. Okay, so this will give me some result. And what should it do? It basically gives me all cells which matches the criteria. For our situation, it's the name of the speaker. So let's say for each cell in okay. Result in the result. Okay, so create new. I will duplicate, sorry. Let's take it easy. We can do it later if we want. So speaker, and the cell is, so speaker name, let's take a first name, so we don't have to split it, is the cell, and read the value of type string as a type string, and keep it as it is. Or we can just split it to first name, last name, but let's take it easy for the beginning. So next thing is the short bio. So we need to have the bio cell. So how to get it? We can just go here, and the bio cell is the one below the title. Okay. So it's a cell below the title. And speaker bio, again, read as a string. And again. So cell, it's in their title. the one below biocell. Okay. Okay, and the last one is the one below title cell. Okay, so if we run it and just go here. Okay, speakers are empty. Yes, of course they are. Okay, so what's in here? Okay, we have some duplicates, but you know, there's Adam, he's a Java champion, and there's no presentation because I made this mistake in here. Speakers, Adam, with one presentation, built to last and building a full stack web applications. And hopefully that's all from the manager. So now it's time for your questions, if you have any. Anyone? Okay. Okay, so thank you for your attention. This is the link to the documentation. The second one is the tool I use to load the data. You can, if you want to check it out as well. And all the solutions are available on this GitHub web page.